Morning everyone, it's Behzad here from Hey World Coder. Welcome back to another video of how to add Google Map to our Android Studio project. In the last video, we created a project, we created a Google Cloud Console. In this video, we are going to connect the Firebase to our app using the Firebase tools, and we are going to create a layout to start working on our project. I have prepared a PowerPoint slider here to show you to creating a roadmap for our steps that we are going to take. The main reason I created this roadmap is because whenever you're following in the steps, it will be easier for you to understand what have you done. And if along the way something went wrong, then you can come back and check the steps you took. So that it gives you a hint of every step we are going to take. It's not finished yet. I'm going to just set up along the way that we are going to create our project and a guideline to follow our path. As you see here, I just said the user is going to use our app. Either they do have an account or no. If they do have an account, they can log in and then we go into slide 2, which in next video I'll show you what is going on in slide 2. Then if the user doesn't have any account, we'll let them to create an account. To create an account, what do we need? We need to have an internet access because we have to communicate with our database. We need the user full name, the email, and the password. And here, how are we going to enable our internet access? We are set it up in manifest layout, which I'm going to show you in this video. And the next step is get a user full name and a valid email address. Again, here we are checking if the user enter a valid email address using the patterns, and last one is the password. Then once everything we got from the user, here we are checking if we do have any tools to communicate with our database to send a data. That means we're getting the new user details and we are going to send them to database. But to send them to database, in addition to our internet access, we have to have the tools to be able to communicate with our Firebase. Then we have two conditions here. Either we do have them, which basically we don't, or we do not have them. This is the case we are going to consider. How we are going to set it up, we are enable them in a tools section in our project. Once we enable our tools, then that means we have our connection to database, and then we create a method to send the new user data to database, and then we go into slide 3, which from slide 3 now on, then we work on our project. Let's get on to our application. The first step is I'm in build gradual app. So we are leave it open for now because we have to add some SDKs here. Go to your main activity. We are in our main activity. The first thing is we have to, just let me bring up the steps we are going to take. Let the user create an account. Then what do we need? Internet access. That is the first step we are going to take. Go to your project on your left hand side. On your application on the top folder. The toppest folder is manifest. Open it up. And this is what you see. The manifest is the foundation of your app. For now we need the internet access. Just use user's permission. Third one is internet access. The fourth one, sorry. Now /. We provided our first step to internet access. We enabled it here. Now we get a user full name and email and password. Where are we going to get them? We need a layout to let the user to register to our app. Going back to our application, go to your project on left hand side, on your Java file. On the toppest folder is where creating your activities on. Right click on here. We need an activity. Come down here, choose empty activity, and the name is going to be register page. So down below, this is our XML layout, and we just click in our finish. We're done for now. It takes sometimes to set up our layout. We're going back to our roadmap. Here we set up this section. We let the user to register to our app. The next step is, do we have connection to our database send data to database. Yes, we do have connection. As you remember at the previous video, we created the connection, but that connection doesn't have the tools to be able to handle some information that we are going to get from our user and send them to database. How are we going to do it? We're going to our tools section in our project. Go back here on toughest window here, the fourth one from right here. Just click on tool and come down here. You see Firebase. Minimize the project here. We don't need it for now. So what we've done in general, we set up the overall connection of our application to our Firebase. But if we are going to be specific in Firebase, we must clarify what we are going to connect to Firebase. For instance, this authentication, it will get the user details such as email and password and let the user to create an account or login. The real-time database is the location that you are going to send information such as their full name, their number, or whatever you are going to get. So first step is enable this our authentication section. Click on that play button. As you see, our app connected to Firebase, but this section or these tools hasn't been connected. Click on add Firebase authentication, then you accept the changes. So when you see this is going to be synced, go to your build gradual here. As you see, the Firebase auth been added. Just cut it from here, paste it here. So you can leave it here. Again, I just want to categorize whatever SDKs belong to whatever library and have them together. So I just cut a Firebase auth here, and as you see, the dependency is correctly set up in our build gradual. Click on Firebase back, then we need our database. Click on the play button. Now we are adding our real-time database. Accept the changes. Again, here has been added. Just cut it, Control X, and bring it down here. Let me finish up here. So everything is for now ready. As you mentioned here, this Firebase analyst has been highlighted. That means a newer version of this SDK is available. Just hover your mouse on top. Hold on your Alt Shift Enter, and it will automatically just update it for you. Then click on sync, and the project will be ready for you. Manifest is ready. One thing we have to add here in our manifest is, I forgot to add it, is a network access, and it's going to be network state. What does that mean? This permission, it will have an access to your location of the phone provider of your internet or your state of your phone based on your location, and then once it have an access to it, then it's going to access to your internet connection to your app. So these two are complementary of each other. Close down the manifest, go to your main activity. Our main activity is the place which our page is going to land it. So what I'm going to use it as, I'm going to use it as a splash screen. What I do, I'm going to change the name. Just go to your project on left hand side, open up your app, Java, and open up your app. The main activity, we are going to change the name to a splash screen. How you are going to do it? Just click on the activity that you are going to change the name. Hold on your Shift F6 on your keyboard, and it will open up your a project to rename the activity you want to change. Put it as a splash screen and refactor, and it's been done. One thing you have to notice, once you are changing the activity in hardcore, it doesn't automatically affect on your XML layout. That means you have to do it manually. Go into your resource, on layout, one click, similar process, one click on the activity that you are going to change the name, Shift F6 on your keyboard, and here just change it to splash screen. Again, lower cases, and refactor. This is going to be our splash screen pages. So now we are set everything, basically. Our splash screen, our register page, and our login page that we are going to create. Once the splash screen hold it and for a certain amount of time, then the next step is moving our splash screen to our login page. We do not have the login page here. We are going to create one. Just click on Hayward, a new, come down here as an activity, choose an empty activity and name it as login page. Close down your activity, click on finish, and our login page is ready. Along the way, we create more activities if we need to, but for now, these three are doing our job. One thing as a hardcore we have to add is view bending, which is being replaced to find view by ID. That is, go to your gradual script, second one from the top, your module app. Just let me minimize here for you. Scroll up above your dependency inside your Android tag, below your build type, come down here, just write down view bending, curly bracket, just enabled equals to true. I'll just repeat it where I am. Above your dependency tag, come up here, we are in Android block. Below your build types block, just write down view bending and inside the curly brackets enabled equals to true. I will tell you what it does in next video. For now, just enable it as a true. Make sure you spell it correctly, and once it's done, just click on sync. Is ready for now. Now we are going back to our splash screen. Pretty much we set up everything we need for our app to be able to run it. And in next video, I'm going to work on more details and set up our activities and our splash screen. If you missed any section in this activity on this video, please write it down in a comment and I'll respond them as quick as I can. Other than that, I will see you all in next video to work on our activities. Thanks for your time and watching.